back with another DJs BrewTube beer review. It's time to have a beer from our friends. Well, kind of our friends, maybe. I don't know. It depends how hardcore you are about the whole craft beer thing, but I guess I'm kind of hardcore. Anyway, that's right. It's from whom? AB InBev. That's right, out of St. Louis, Missouri, US of A. Yay, yay. And what beer do we have from them today? Today we have their 1933 Repeal Reserve. Now, this is an amber lager under the Budweiser moniker. That's right. Now, this is a limited serving. Now, for limited for Budweiser means they've put it in all 50 states in as much quantity as they can pump out. Yeah, not so limited. Anywho, this beer is clocking in at 6.1% ABV and between 18 and 30 IBUs. For the style, I suspect it's probably down more towards the lower end of the scale, considering what the beer is and who is producing it. Now, this beer was supposedly, who knows, brewed to mark the repeal or the anniversary of the repeal of Prohibition. Okay, I get that. And back in the day, they said this is a beer that they produced that was pretty much only distributed in a small area around St. Louis, around the main factory at that time, or brewery as it were. For ingredients in this beer, they're using water, caramel malt. We know that because they tell us it's caramel malt forward. I don't know if they use any other barley malt to supplement that, but there's at least some caramel malt in this. They're using hops. It could be an extract form or pellet. I suspect it's probably a mix of both because, you know, big breweries don't like yield loss due to things like hop pellets or leaf hop. And also they're using rice. I guess that's a Budweiser kind of signature to make a crisp and clean finish. Also, it's a cheap fermentable. So, what else do we have concerning this beer? Well, we have our friend Beechwood Aging. Whatever that does for it, basically it's a big old filter down at the bottom of the tanks. Helps filter it out. Anywho, so this beer costs a whopping $6.99 a six-pack in this area. I think that where I get this single at Total Wine. So that's pretty damn inexpensive for what it is, and they brewed this for like the holidays or whatever. This kind of concept behind this reminds me of Batch 19 from Coors way back in the day. Batch 19 wasn't a bad beer, so I'm hoping the same for this. You know what? So it's time to stop flapping my gums on this bad boy, pop the top, and get it in the mug here. And tell you what's up with the 1933 Repeal Reserve Amber Lager. That's a freaking mouthful. Yes, I do know this is a twist-off cap. As if you watch enough DJs BrewTube, you'll know that I don't do twist-off caps. I do like the stubby bottle, though. Reminds me of the beers my dad and uncles and stuff used to drink back in the day. They liked the stubby bottles. In Maryland and stuff, it wasn't a lot of Bud. It was mostly like PBR, Natty Boh, one of those type. National Bohemian, that is, for you folks who aren't from the Baltimore or vicinity area. So let's take a look at the appearance here. It's a gorgeous amber color. Imagine that. Looks a lot like a Marzen in the glass. And from what I read of the description of the beer, that's why I have Marzen beers kind of out here, because that sounds a lot like what this beer may be. It's kind of in the fall season that it's been put out, and they're saying for the holidays and well, but they didn't call it a Marzen because maybe they want to try to get in that in-between time and the stuff doesn't turn into shelf turds once it gets towards Christmas. Anywho, we had a solid 2-finger head that's settled down to a finger and a half, finger and 3/4. It's pretty tightly packed bubbles, a little bit soap sudsy at the top, nothing too crazy. Little tiny bit of alcohol legs when I swirl it, and it looks like we may actually get some glass lacing out of this. Regular Budweiser, there's none of that action going on, but it looks like a nice beer in the glass. Looks like a Marzen in the glass, or maybe like an Amber Bock, something like that. But you know what? It's got to smell good too. Not that I can't smell the malts wafting from here, so let's dive in for the Aroma. Smells like a Marzen. Floral hops, got that Hallertau or traditional like hops kind of aroma to it. Yep, floral hops, lots of malt, caramel, no alcohol, a little bit of lager yeast notes, that's to be expected. It's all about the caramel malt. It does smell crisp and light. I guess that's the rice addition. Some of these beers actually have a thick smell to them, if that makes sense to you, some of the Marzens. It smells like a Marzen beer. So you know what, let's dive in and see how it tastes. Cheers! Not bad. Thin mouthfeel to it. Maybe medium thin. Up at the front, you get a hit of caramel. A little bit of floral hop in it. A little tiny bit of earthiness. In the background, there's a biscuity kind of note to it. Bready, sort of. Caramel, but not like a lot of burnt brown sugar. Not a really rich taste. Not bad. I mean, it tastes like a lighter side Martins. When people brew them, sometimes they have a little bit heavier viscosity. This is a crisper side Martin. When you add rice into something, that's what's going to happen. It's not bad. Pretty traditional sort of Martin beer. Not bad, but not a mind blower either. For the cost, you know what? It kind of like justifies the price at $6.99 sixer. You know, you're just over $1 a beer when you're going into that territory. So it's not bad, not complex. Floral hops, caramel, a little bit of bready action going in the back, and maybe even a little tiny bit of hop bitterness at the sides of the tongue. But that's it. You know, nothing else to say, really. So, I guess that means we got to grade it. When I'm left with nothing else to say, yeah, go figure. Anywho, Beer Advocate is giving this, what? 3.95 out of 5. So that's, I guess, their higher B+ range, going towards the A, because, you know, you get a 4, you'd probably be an A, because 5 definitely is the pinnacle, A+. And Untapped is, giving this 3.4 caps. So, wow, lots of carbonation in this one. 3.4 caps, which I guess is in their B range, verging on B+. Let me take one more taste of this. You know, for what it is, I think I'm going to give it a B. It's not a bad beer. It's not a mind blower. It's not an A-rated beer in my book at all. I've had way better Martins than this. They're not calling it a Martin, but really, I've drank, if you guys watch my channel, I've drank a lot of Martin in my life and reviewed tons of Martin on my channel. And this is drinking really a lot like a Martin is, or Oktoberfest beer. And it's not bad. It's a B-level beer. So, you know what? Take it for what it is. It's not a horrible product. If I was offered it, I wouldn't turn it away. I would drink it. I wouldn't drink a regular Budweiser because I don't like regular Budweiser. It's not my thing. A lot of folks like it. If you like it, cool. But regular Bud's not my drink of choice in any way, shape, or form. But I would drink this again. It's not horrible, but that doesn't mean I'd seek it out or buy it again. So, have you had AB InBev's or Budweiser's 1933 Repeal Reserve Amber Lager? If you have, let me know what you know, because I like the quid pro quo and the back and forth. Oh, I also really like it when you think globally, drink locally, and support the craft beer movement. Yeah, okay. You know what the story is, that is. I can't go any further. Anywho, also, if you could do me a big favor and rate, comment, subscribe, and if you get around to it, consider maybe smashing that like button. That, along with... one bottle's all I need. That's not maybe to put my happy face on, but one bottle's all I need. It's not a bad beer, but you know what? It is what it is. So, till next DJs BrewTube, I got nothing but a hella bunch of beer, drinking love for you guys, and you know what's coming. That's right, a big ass peace out!